folks, welcome back to my channel, She Says Happiness. In case you've never been here before, snoring dog, I'm Mary Ellen. This is basically my little space where I chat to you about all things stitching related, whether that be dressmaking or cross stitching or any kind of random thing like embroidery. You never know what you're going to get in here. But yeah, welcome to the channel if you're new. If you are a subscriber or someone who comes back now and again, why haven't you subscribed? Yeah, so if you'd kind of be forgiven for thinking I disappeared again off the face of the planet, but this is what has happened. I have returned to working full time, and on the one hand, it's not a huge jump because I was working a 4-day week, so I've literally added 1 day to my working week. But on the other hand, it is a massive thing because my 3-day weekend is now just a bog standard Saturday, Sunday. I miss my Fridays. I've done this for 2 weeks and I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna take a few more to transition, to rebalance, to find my flow again. So sewing has of course taken a little bit of a back seat because hobbies do that, don't they? And that's not to say I haven't been sewing, because I have. I have a couple of things that I will be sharing with you, not today, but soon, and I'll explain why later. But yeah, apart from that, my eldest dog, Gatsby, has had surgery. So on Monday he had to have a lump removed, and it's currently off being tested. So yeah, dog with stitches in a house of 3 dogs and a toddler, really difficult to manage. So I took the day off work yesterday. They're just pitter-pattering around me here. That's all you'll hear for a while. Yeah, so I took yesterday off work. I don't start today until 12. So duty officer, Wednesdays are my late nights. So I have a little bit of time. So I thought I'd come and chat to you briefly. But yeah, so we're waiting for that and trying to keep dogs, child apart, safe. It's chaos, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm dreading going back to work, and it's working out really well today because, you know, obviously I'm not starting to 12, so I only have to separate them for the 5 hours, and then someone will be home. And yeah, he hasn't gone for a walk in a couple of days just to kind of like let this heal, because I don't want the lead and stuff irritating his stitches, and he does have to be kept on a lead according to the vet. So yeah, not good. Tough time, eh, Gatsby? Yeah, just gonna make himself comfortable. So I have been sewing, trying to find the balance, but I have been sewing, and I have been working on 2 pattern tests. So I'm a pattern insider for Sew Everett, and if you go to their socials, you will see sneak peeks of a pattern that is coming tomorrow. So if you're a VIP, you will have had access to that pattern already, and I really like it. It's very different for me. It's kind of like a lovely little sundress, totally not my usual vibe, but I'll share it with you in a couple of days time. I'll try and get back and film a vlog to share that with you. Yeah, really nice, really nice. And with the heat wave that we're being threatened with, and I say threatened on purpose because I hate the sun, I'm sure I'll get to wear it. So that was the first thing I worked on, and yeah, it's due for release tomorrow, the 20th, so check that out. And the other thing is a pattern test for Grainline. So it was one that I opted to do for a very good reason, and that's because ever since having Henry and being in that phase of where I've been breastfeeding, I have been sewing a very similar style. And I've kind of probably got stuck a little bit in a rut, but because everything had to be breastfeeding friendly, you know, I was limited as to what I could do. Also because the constant juggling, I didn't have much time anyhow. So new patterns, new styles, I wasn't trying them because I didn't have time to twirl. So I took the time with this. It was a style that was totally different to anything I've ever made before. It fits totally different to anything I've ever made before because I am a traditional fit and flare girl. That's what works. That's what suits me. I would never even have considered something else had I not been stuck in a rut and I was thinking, what can I do to challenge myself to make me think slightly differently and to make me create something that is not my standard. So yeah, I decided to take the invitation to be on the pattern test, and I'm really excited to show you that pattern. It's not quintessentially me, but I love it, so that says a lot. And that's really all I have been getting up to. So before I get ready to go back into the firing line of work, I thought I'd share with you just a few little fabrics that I've picked up. I do not need fabric. I have not been buying fabric for the last few weeks. There's been like a one-off here or there, but I got a few little things since I last spoke to you. So I'll share those with you, and then I'll go and get my day started, and yeah, hope it doesn't last too long. Okay, so I have a dog here that's ready to start barking because there's voices outside, which is probably a postman, but he's like sitting here on tenterhooks, so I apologize if all hell breaks loose in the next couple of minutes. Right, first thing I've bought is this, like, I think it's like a raincoating fabric. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to look up the details again, but it's a double coated cotton. And this is actually a Dior fabric from one of their recent leisure lines. And I think I got like 1.5 meters because I thought I'm going to get this and I'm going to make a cute jacket for Henry for autumn. So, designer baby. I love dead stock fabrics. I love ex-designer end of line fabrics. And you get that really distinctive look. I mean, I'll be able to create the look, and the only thing we'll be missing is that massive Christian Dior on the front. But it's actually a really interesting fabric. I like it. It's masculine enough that it'll work for Henry. I don't know if you can hear all the things going down the road, but I don't know what's happening today. This is a very quiet road usually. So yes, I'm not sure. It's like some kind of double-backed fabric anyhow, and it is water resistant at the very least. I'll have to check just how water resistant it is, but I think it's nice. I would wear it myself. And in fact, if it came in just a, you know, a cotton or something, I would actually be making a dress out of that. I quite like that. Always liked star prints. The other thing I have here is this beautiful cotton lawn. I think it is a lawn. Feels like a lawn. It's nice and fine. So I'm not going to unravel it. I'll just show you it here. So this is from the Fabric Boutique, and actually when you look at it, you can tell it's supposed to be like a little Peter Rabbit among the flowers. Now this, there's a backstory too, because I remember seeing a Liberty print which was very similar to this, with Peter Rabbit, a much more identifiable Peter Rabbit with more details than what you have here on this one. But if I'm correct, it was only available in Japan, so it wasn't available in the UK. I'm going to close my window. Why do people always pick the most inopportune times for me to do things in the garden? Anyhow, yeah, this was only available in Japan, so I reckon this is kind of like a close copy that someone has created, but it's lovely. I think it's very, very sweet. I may not actually stitch it up until next spring, but I got some anyhow. The other things that I've picked up, I don't even need them. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with them, but it was Rainbow Fabrics, and sometimes they do these drops where it's just like, these prices are so good that how can I not buy some of these things? So I got a couple of cottons from them. This is a Joann's cotton, and again, I love kind of celestial type prints, but I also have a thing for cute prints. So this one popped up and I really liked it, and I thought that will be nice for, you know, the winter months. And it's also kind of like a kind of print I could get away with a mummy and son matching combo. So I got a few meters of that. And the other one, so this is called Woodland Fantasy, and it's by Blank Quilting Corp. that I've never heard of before. But again, I love forest animals, and I just thought the colours were absolutely gorgeous. I do have a habit of making dresses from like quilting cottons and things like that. I just love the prints, I love the colours. And again, this really is my colour palette. So I got this, and it's another thing that I could make a little matching shirt out of or something like that if I was feeling that way inclined. And then the last one I got, I have no idea why I got this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this. But it's a retro print with quotes and cups of coffee, about coffee, wine. I just quite like those ladies. I identified with them. So I think there only were 2 meters left, and I thought, yeah, I'll just buy it. So again, it's from a company I've never heard of. So there we are. I haven't gone back to my usual shopping further because I really don't need to. I do have so many fabrics. Like, I'm just looking over there going, when am I ever going to get to sew even half of these things? And I do literally need to impose a ban. I don't know how people impose bans. I wish I could. It only ever lasts me for a week or two. But once upon a time, I did have so much more sewing time. And so a lot more of the fabric I would have purchased would have been sewn at one point. It's just that has gone. That momentum's no longer with me. But I'll get there again. You know, when I have days where I have leave, you know, I have lots of leave because I haven't been taking very much. So maybe I should just take a week off and do some sewing and be super self-indulgent, because it's okay to be like that. You know, take a week off, take the mornings to myself, go out with Henry in the afternoons, create just a blissful week that works for all of us, and yeah, go with the flow. But as I say, sorry there's no actual garments to be sharing with you today, but it is coming, and hopefully at the weekend I will share at least one of those with you. So do pop back then. Or if you want to know when that video goes live, you know what to do. You hit that little notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I promise it's usually more exciting than this. I usually have nice things that are finished that I can share with you. But because they're testers, I have to wait until the time comes to show those. So I'm going to go get myself ready for work. This hair is a disaster. It's beautifully coloured, but to maintain the colour, I'm going to have to treat it with a little bit more care and not wash it every single day, or sometimes twice a day, because I just find that if I was going out in the evening to get my volume, to get my lift, I would have been washing it again. But I have started using that Colour Wow product line, and it does help my hair a little. It's very flat, it's very fine. I'm just cursed that way. So everything that I can get to help, it helps. So yeah, I'm going to go and do something with that before I leave. And it is set to get to 19 degrees today. So I need to pick something to wear that I'm not going to suffocate in. I hate summer. I don't mind having the rain in June. I know everyone else hates it. I don't mind. I would prefer if it didn't rain and it was just a little bit windy and breezy and, you know, nice and chill. But yeah, it's set to get pretty warm. So let me go mentally prepare for that. Whatever you're doing today, have a really good day. And as I say, I will try to get back at the weekend, catch up and share with you the new Sew Over It pattern and my thoughts and whatnot. But until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll chat soon. Bye.